This video, no glasses today, but it is something I need to speak about. If you're a man between 30 to maybe early 50s and you've been thinking about quitting alcohol for a long time, this is the pattern that I usually see. It's that everyone identifies that they've got a problem, no one takes action because it's never the right time. I'll be honest, I'm making this video right now. I'm trying to make this video and there's this bird outside which keeps tweeting all the time. Usually it would really annoy me and I would probably wait for that bird to stop, but I know this video's on my mind and I need to take action right now. And it's just so frustrating. I see so many guys just waste their lives drinking. And this was me. I started drinking when I was 15. By the time I was 21, I'd already been to prison for fighting whilst drunk. Ironically, I'd never been arrested or got in trouble sober. Every single time I had drunk was the time I got in trouble. Even when I would take drugs, I would never get arrested taking cocaine or other like party substances. It was only when I drank alcohol alone that I would get in trouble. And when I actually removed alcohol, the first thing I wanted to do was stop going on benders for like 3-4 days. So cocaine was usually the problem. So I decided if I could just quit alcohol, then I would stop going on benders, I would stop partying, and my life would just be better. Because it all just stems from that one drink. Whether or not you do drugs or not, that one drink is like the gateway that just opens up a whole lot of madness in your life. So anyway, the problem I see is that guys want to take action. They'll book a call with me, they'll leave a note and they'll say, I'm 10 out of 10, I want to quit alcohol, I know I've got a problem. Some people even say they're going to die in 12 to 24 months. Some people have been to AA and they said that they've had issues there and it's not working and they don't know what to do. And they don't turn up to the calls. And I understand it's a difficult problem to fix. You know, I was in that spiral for like 10 years. From the age of 20 to 30, I was just like constantly like stuttering and spluttering and thinking to myself, why is my life not progressing in the way I want it to be? I'd have like a month of doing really well, I'd do well at work, I'd save some money, I'd start getting in decent shape, my relationships would be going well, and then I would decide then that I would go out on the weekend and I would drink, I'd stay out for like 2-3 days. Sometimes I would crash my car. I remember I crashed my car, not under the influence, but I was just so tired from drinking all weekend. I went out in my car and someone like braked in front of me. It was well, it was my fault because I went into the back of them. But had I not been so tired and like my mind been somewhere else, I might not have gone into the back of that car. And as a result, I drove that car around for like, someone was calling me, I just ordered a coffee and I left on the note saying that they could just leave it at reception for me, but obviously they need to phone me and ring me and tell me that they're going to leave it there. See, nothing's ever perfect, but we'll continue with the video. Yeah, so I drove around in this car for, let's say, about 9 months to a year, and it was all smashed up, and funnily enough, I couldn't afford to fix it because I was going out every single weekend drinking, buying cigarettes, buying cocaine, buying junk food, missing work, losing jobs because I was a tradie, so I didn't have a permanent job. As a result of my drinking, I just couldn't fix my car. And my car at the time, I think to fix was like £500. So if you're in the US, that's probably about $800. Not a lot of money. I was like 24 at the time. I just couldn't afford to fix it. So I just drove around with this car. And every time the police would come past, I'd be like trying to like not let them see the car because like the headlight was damaged. But all this crap just went on for like a year. Not a year. All this went on for a decade. Me just constantly like finding my feet and then going back to drinking, back to square one. And in the end, it just it bled into all other areas of my life. And I started to believe as a result of my drinking and waking up hungover and just like my head being scattered. I couldn't focus in work. I couldn't focus on kickboxing, so I would lose fights in kickboxing and then I would think I wasn't a good fighter. I would think I wasn't a good electrician. But the truth of the matter is, Like I was never sleeping properly, so I could never process information. When you have REM sleep, that's when you process new information that you've learned. It's like the most restorative phase in the sleep cycle. Because I was doing that for 10 years, I was just never getting anywhere in life. And then it made me think like, maybe I'm stupid, maybe I'm not good enough. And the truth was, I wasn't good enough. But it wasn't because I wasn't good enough up here. It was because I wasn't setting myself up to be good enough. I wasn't consistent in the things that I was doing. And because I was telling myself all the time that I would quit drinking and then I would not quit, it made me feel like I couldn't keep my word to myself. And then I would just feel worse. I would just get stuck in this cycle. So anyway, turned 30 years of age and I realised this camera's never really in a good position, is it? Yeah. So anyway, turned 30, quit drinking and pretty much sorted my life out. 35 now, and the last 5 years have been the most, well, they've changed a lot, let's say that. I've escaped the life that I built as a drinker. Thought I wanted to be an electrician and go to a building site, and then I quit alcohol and I realised that I didn't have enough money in my life. People who I liked weren't interested in me because what did I have to offer them? And then that led me down a path of thinking, right, okay, so now I need to like build a business, make loads of money, be successful. Otherwise, I'm not going to get the life I want. This is a double-edged sword. And I know I'm going off on a tangent, but I'm just going to just speak. So this is a double-edged sword. It's really good on one hand because it's making me strive for goals every single day, which makes me stop drinking. If you're someone now who is coasting through life, that's probably a reason why you're drinking alcohol, because you're comfortable. Maybe you've got a decent car, you bought a house, you've got a wife, so you don't need to be in the market looking for someone else. You've got kids, on paper you've got the white picket fence and everything's okay. But it's not in here because you're going out or staying in drinking. You can't stop. You've got no off switch, and you're just showing up as half a person. And you could and be more in life. So I just want to say this: if you're on the fence about quitting drinking, then continue to be on the fence, because I tell you something now. Like, I quit at 30, and looking back, when I'm 50, I'll look back and I'll think that was a really smart decision. I mean, like 20 years of being like my best me. 50's still relatively young. But if I was in my 40s or late 30s and I was still thinking about drinking and still getting stuck in this destructive cycle, you can burn away years. Like, there's a lot of regret from me, from my past, for the years that I've wasted. But I can't change that. But I could only imagine being like 50 or 60 and looking back and saying, oh my God, I wish I quit drinking at 30. And I'm so glad that I did. I'm so glad that I quit. The point I'm making, if you're on the fence, you're just going to burn away years and you're never going to change. And you're going to look back at your life and you think, what did I do? What did I actually achieve? And the sad story is, you may have everything now, but when we drink, it gets progressively worse. Our health gets worse. Our relationships get worse. So your wife or your husband might leave you, and then you'll be overweight because you haven't been looking after yourself. Your finances will be in the toilet, and then you'll be in real trouble because you'll be coming to the end of your days. You won't have much time left, and there won't be enough runway to sort yourself out. So that's what I'm going to leave you with. I don't know what I'm going to title this video, but if you do want to stop alcohol cravings, you can do it here. Also, you can book a call with me and watch my training video for 2025. And I'll see you in the next one.